Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. Welcome to what I call my morning musings, as I kind of begin the day with 2 or 3 cups of coffee and just sit and do some good reading, have my morning devotional and what have you. And I've been sharing with you my personal journey to the full preterist, that is, the fully accomplished, completely fulfilled view of biblical prophecy. I was raised as a 5th-generation member of what's known as the amillennial view. And, of course, I don't have to tell you that any view of eschatology, any view of the coming of the Lord, judgment, and resurrection, has to take serious consideration to the book of Revelation. Well, in my youth, in my upbringing, I can tell you that the ministers in my fellowship were basically terrified of the book of Revelation. They still are, by the way. And even my professors in seminary were very unsettled about the meaning, the application, and even the dating of the book of Revelation. Now, I accepted without any question whatsoever. I didn't think that I had any reason to question the dating of the book of Revelation. But I have to tell you, early on, as a young minister, I began to see some difficulties. Now again, mind you, I had never thought about the dating all that much, but as I looked at the inspired text itself, I began to see disparities between what the text was saying and what people were saying about the text. And it was deeply troubling. One of the most unsettling, one of the most challenging things that I discovered had to do with Revelation chapter 17. John talks about the kings associated with the beast. And he says, these are kings. And he says, 5 are fallen, one is yet to come and remain for a little while, and then there's the 8th. Well, pretty clearly, John seems to be talking about the kings of Rome. As I read the literature, all of the modern commentators said, well, the first Roman emperor was Augustus. But do you know what I discovered? I discovered that it's modern commentators, with a few exceptions of ancient ones, but here's what I discovered. Josephus, who of course was a 1st century contemporary of Paul, Josephus said Julius Caesar was the first Roman emperor. Dio Cassius, a Roman emperor, said Julius Caesar was the first Roman emperor. Suetonius, another Roman emperor, said Julius Caesar was the first Roman emperor. Okay, now wait a minute. If both Jewish and Roman historians started their count of the Roman emperors at Julius Caesar, then why didn't modern commentators do the same? Well, you know why? It's because they have a presuppositional view that Domitian was the emperor when Revelation was written. Look, folks, if Julius was the first emperor, when John says 5 are fallen, do you know what that means when he says 1 is? That means Nero was the emperor when John wrote. It's just cut and dried. And the lengths to which modern commentators will go to exclude Julius Caesar from that list is absolutely amazing. And by the way, it's unhistorical, and it's illogical, and it's unjustified. If we accept Josephus, Dio Cassius, and Suetonius as authoritative sources for who the first emperor was, then there is absolutely no way in this world to make Domitian the king under which Revelation was written. Well, that's just some of the evidence. And by the way, I made an offer earlier. Kenneth Gentry does a fantastic job of chronicling all of this and a whole lot more in this book, Before Jerusalem Fell. I carry this book on both of my websites, www.eschatology.org or BibleProphecy.com. If you go to the website, you order the book, it will charge you shipping. But if you'll mention this offer that you saw this offer on YouTube, I will refund your shipping. Look, you really, really, really need this book. If you want to give serious objective consideration to the dating of Revelation, and if you're not just going to accept, the norm, but if you want to look at the evidence, both internal and external, you really, really need this book. So go to the website, order the book, mention the offer on YouTube, I will refund your shipping. Look, there were a ton of other things that turned my head around, caused me to look at Revelation in a way, granted, that was opposed to the modern consensus, but by far agreed with what the biblical text said. And I'll share some more of that with you in the coming morning musings. Hey, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. We'll see you on the flip side.